The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 56 of The Daily Mother Swole. Today, I'm getting into some real nitty-gritty. You want six-pack abs? You want a flat stomach? Should you eat less or eat better? Eating less versus eating better, which one's more important? To restrict calories or to eat better foods? Or is it a little bit, combination of both? That's generally more likely, but let's get into the difference, the extremes. What is really more important? And then if you do a combination of both, you can adjust the percentages a little bit better. You know which one to lean more towards. So macro calculating, first off, calculating your daily caloric intake, how many calories you need, how much protein you need, that's a great start, and that varies for different people, and there's different ways to calculate that method. This episode is not getting into the details of how to calculate your calories, what's your daily caloric burn, because no matter what calculation you use, you still have to use trial and error and determine, unless you do a test in a lab, it's going to be hard to give your, just take your body weight, multiply a number, add a certain number for activity, and be like, that's my caloric burn. It's going to vary. It's hard to pinpoint that. So eating less, let's think of an extreme here. Eating less, let's say you just eat McDonald's all day. And you just say, hey, I want to lean out. I want more abs. I want to be more defined. Let me just eat less McDonald's. You already know that McDonald's is not healthy. So when you're cutting down on the volume, there's a lot of other elements going into your body besides just the total calories. You're getting a lot of bad nutrients, not to mention you're missing a lot of beneficial nutrients. So that's one of the things that you have to think about when you're just with your food choice is the style or the type of calories, the type of food that you're consuming. You're getting more value than just the raw caloric number. You're getting a lot more into it. So when you're just eating less, if you're eating junk food, then you're missing out on a lot of those good things that are going to help you get abdominals, that are going to help you recover. And we'll get into that list on the other side in a second. So restriction is going to mean loss in general. So if you're talking about total calories or caloric intake, restricting your calories will, will kind of corral your body into a losing state. Meaning if you have less energy consumed than you're expending, you're going to lose. Now, whether or not you're losing muscle or losing fat, that's going to depend on your training and what type of calories you're consuming. If you're not getting enough protein, you're going to lose muscle too. And if you're not training properly, you're not going to maintain that muscle. So you have to get your body to maintain that muscle, to keep the muscle while you're losing the fat, because you don't want to lose your muscle. That's the whole point. Muscle's hard to build. So to lose muscle, along with the fat, it's defeating the purpose, essentially. You really want to keep both. I mean, not keep both. You want to keep the muscle, but lose the fat. You're trying to direct your body to burn fat stores that are already there. You want your body to lean out the fat that's covering your abdominals, because we all have abdominals. You all have abs. Not a single person on this Periscope and Busker and watching on YouTube and SoundCloud, iTunes, no one here is without abdominal muscles unless you had them removed for some reason. So if you have abdominals, why can't you see them? Because you have subcutaneous fat. You have fat that's covering your abdominals. And the reason why your body stores fat there generally is because of hormones, but also because you're keeping the organs warm, it's protection. It's just an evolution and a defense mechanism. So you want to try to get your body to burn fat in that area. Keep the muscle, burn the fat. So you have to do a caloric restriction. You have to limit your calories, but understand that you need to maintain the elements that are going to build your muscle. You have to make sure that you're eating enough protein. So that whole breakdown that we talked about in Swolenormous Premium, the 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, that is more than sufficient to give your body the fuel it needs to maintain muscle all over the body. Of course, your body has no need for all that protein if you're not breaking down the muscle, if you're not training in order for your body to need to use those amino acids from the protein to rebuild the muscle tissue. So you have to make sure you are training properly to get your body to need that protein. So when you're getting the other nutrients to satisfy, muscle stores and glycogen stores, your body will look elsewhere like, man, I need more energy. Where am I going to get the rest of this energy? Well, I have this fat on my stomach. Let me take it from there. So a caloric restriction is important. So a maintenance or just below is important for losing weight and losing mass. And then how you eat and how you train is going to determine whether or not you're burning that extra body fat that you have on your body. And it's all going to come down to weight training. You need to do resistance training no matter what. You're not going to get abs from just doing cardio, I promise you. Let's talk about eating better, all the benefits of eating better. You're going to start to see how eating better is really, is very much skewed that way. I don't think I kept that too much of a secret when I first started talking about eating less, the McDonald's example. Eating better is super important. Nutrient density. When you're eating quality foods, obviously, if you have let's say chicken or steak or fish, kale salad with all these different vegetables and sweet potato, you're getting a lot of nutrients, a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals, a lot of healthy fats. You're putting coconut oil on it, MCT oil, butter, all these good, grass-fed butter, the Kerrygold. You're getting all of these quality nutrients in the same calories. So 1,000 calories from a Big Mac, you're getting high fructose corn syrup, you're getting bleached flour, you're getting all the different things that they spray and cover the meat with so it doesn't go rancid in transportation, the fillers. You're getting literal shit in your food. It's not real. It's not real. There are some videos on YouTube, and there are science studies that kids do in like elementary school or in middle school science classes where they take a McDonald's meal and you leave it under like a glass container. You just leave it out on the counter, and then in a week, or 2 weeks, there's no mold. Mold doesn't grow on McDonald's food. I don't know if you knew that. You're not going to see mold on it. It'll just dehydrate a little bit and kind of shrivel, but it'll look the same in like 2 weeks. It doesn't rot. Does that not like gross anyone out? So the nutrients are different. It's not real food. It's not breaking down the way it's supposed to. You'll get less of a crash. If you're eating better foods, you're getting more fiber, you're absorbing more insoluble fiber, which is slowing the absorption of nutrients, so you're getting less of that insulin roller coaster. And I really want to get a little bit more into insulin spiking, and I'm probably going to do a video or an explanation on Swolenormous Premium. And some of that stuff might leak out elsewhere. I'll do some like sample videos, but Swolenormous Premium is where I'm going. I really want to get more into this nutrition for people that are really looking for that accountability, that are signed up, that are making waves. We're doing really good in premium, by the way. Those of you that are in here right now that are on it, you're doing great. And I just posted about the accountability meeting on Monday. So anyway, insulin spiking. You're not getting that insulin roller coaster where your body is releasing tons of insulin from the pancreas to absorb all these crazy sugars that are getting into the body really quickly. You don't get that extra energy absorbed. You don't need that extra energy. You're not getting that extra energy absorbed, and your body's saying, well, I have nowhere else for this, carbs to go. Let me just store it as fat. You're not getting that when you're eating more fiber. Your body absorbs nutrients in the bloodstream slower. Okay? I know it's a lot of science, but in other words, you're getting more fiber from better foods. Your body will store less body fat. That's the basic. That's really what you need to take from there. And if you're more interested, you can keep an eye on my videos. I'll get more in depth, but the basic is your body will be less prone to storing body fat. And if you're interested, I can definitely explain to you why. But the basic is you won't store as much body fat. No shitty chemicals. Hold that question. No shitty chemicals. You're getting a lot of bad stuff in bad food. You're getting, artificial flavorings. You're getting artificial colors, food coloring. You're getting, high fructose corn syrup. Some of the things from high fructose corn syrup, and I'm going to write this down because I do want to do an episode on high fructose corn syrup. It affects your hormone balances. So it affects your body's signals that it sends to itself to tell you that it's full or to tell you that it's hungry. That's why it's so dangerous. And that's why you can eat so much food, junk food, and eat so much extra than you need and gain so much weight because your body doesn't get the signals. It interrupts the signals to the brain telling you when it's hungry or when it's full. It's really fucked up. So you're not getting those chemicals that are affecting your body's natural balance and your natural assessment of things. So you're not at the same kind of risk for overeating. Try eating like too much like broccoli, kale, and sweet potato and, grass-fed beef. It's hard to like overeat that stuff. You get full quick and you're like, all right, I'm done. So when you think about McDonald's, like, oh, fries, I'll have some more soda. And you're just drinking like just pure like sugar, absence of nutrients. You could just pound 2,000 calories and then be full later, but you can do it more than you can eat, 2,000 calories of nutrient-dense potatoes and beef and chicken. It's hard. So sleep patterns, those types of chemicals in the bad food or in better food, you'll sleep better. You'll sleep better at night. You'll have better recovery. You'll have deeper REM sleep. You will not be as dehydrated because your body's not fighting infection or it's not fighting off or storing or needing excess water to dilute these unhealthy nutrients that are entering your body. Eating healthy, you'll be more hydrated, you'll sleep better, you will absorb nutrients better, you'll recover better. So there's a lot more elements for eating better. And if you're recovering better, you're developing more muscle, your metabolism will go up, your body will be metabolizing more fats and growth hormone will go up, testosterone will go up. So you're getting more benefits from eating better. So the important thing to take away from this is what you're eating really has to change. What you're eating really has to change. I'm not saying you have to go all crazy organic and get a second job just to pay for food. You can make some changes today because remember, you still want a caloric restriction. You're still not going to eat in absolute excess. Those of you that are on the ketotic diet, you're ketogenic, you're entering ketosis, you could be a little bit more lax with how many calories you're consuming because you're on such a high fat diet. But if you keep your calories more maintenance level or just below, you will lose weight and you will lose body fat if you're keeping your protein high and you're eating quality foods. So don't worry so much about just, getting all this. Don't worry so much about the organic versus inorganic right now. If you can do organic, certain vegetables, certain ones that get sprayed, it's probably better for you. But really, I can't, I don't have the research. I'm not in the fields watching what they're doing, what's really going on with the organic foods. Is it really that much better? In my opinion, it tastes better, it looks better, but at the same time, who knows? Who knows? All marketing and it's business. So I can't really say 100% this is better because I haven't seen it and been there myself. So it's a little bit BS for me to just, relay that and say, oh yeah, do this and, spend twice as much on X, Y, and Z. You need to make sure that you're eating better food choices first and then cut down the overall caloric intake if you're having trouble losing weight. If you're trying to bulk up, whole different concern, whole different animal, and that's something for another episode. I have some of those already on the Daily Swoles before. So awesome stuff. Stay on Periscope and Busker a little bit longer after. I'll talk some shit. I'll answer some questions because I saw some that were off topic. I'm fine answering those while I'm uploading the videos and everything. But thank you so much for joining me for episode 56 of The Daily Mother Swole. Remember, you can catch this on podcast form on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. You can catch it later on YouTube. You can also watch the replay on Periscope and Busker. Also, check out Swolenormous Premium, www.swolenormous.com, where you can get access to the secret private closed Facebook group for accountability and all this information, weight loss, muscle building tips, programs that you can apply today, things you can change today. Remember, those of you that are in here from Premium, we have that next accountability meeting on Monday at 1 p.m. after the Daily Swole. So make sure you're there for that. I know it's a holiday in the United States, but so what? It's just another day and we're still making gains and taking names. So a day like any other, and then you can go and enjoy. But stay good this weekend. Accountability on Monday. Let's stay on point and stay for a few minutes after I will get into some of your questions. Thank you so much for joining. Peace out.